Hello everyone, I'm Dr.P.Prathyusha, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Nirmala College for Women, Coimbatore. Today I'm going to discuss about the topic concept of ecosystem. Ecosystem provides habitat for plants and animals. It promotes various food chains and food webs. It controls ecological balances in the ecosystem, and it controls the ecological process and promote life involved in various recycling of nutrients between biotic and abiotic components.
What is an ecosystem? The ecosystem is the structural and functional unit of ecology, where the living organisms interact with each other and the surrounding environment. In other words, an ecosystem is a chain of interaction between organisms and their environment. The term ecosystem was first coined by A.G. Tansley, an English botanist, in 1935. There are two types of ecosystem. One is aquatic ecosystem and another one is terrestrial ecosystem. Terrestrial ecosystems are exclusively land-based ecosystems. There are different types of terrestrial ecosystems distributed around various geological zones: forest ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, tundra ecosystem, and desert ecosystem. Forest ecosystem consists of several plants, animals, and microorganisms that live in coordination with the abiotic factors of the environment. Forests help in maintaining the temperature of the earth and are the major carbon sink. Grassland ecosystem, the vegetation is dominated by grasses and herbs. Temperate grasslands, savanna grasslands are some of the examples of grassland ecosystem. Tundra ecosystems are devoid of trees and are found in cold climates or where the rainfall is very scarce. They are covered with the snow for most of the year. The ecosystem in the Arctic or mountain tops is tundra type. Desert ecosystem are found throughout the world. There are regions with very little rainfall. The days are hot and the nights are very cold. Aquatic ecosystems are ecosystems present in a body of water. These can be further divided into two types, namely freshwater ecosystem and marine water ecosystem. Freshwater ecosystem is an aquatic ecosystem that includes lake, ponds, rivers, streams, and wetlands. These have no salt content in contrast with the marine ecosystem. But in the case of marine ecosystems, include seas and oceans, these have a more substantial salt content and greater biodiversity in comparison to the freshwater ecosystem. The structure of an ecosystem is characterized by the organization of both biotic and abiotic components. This includes the distribution of energy in our environment. It also includes the climatic condition prevailing in that particular environment. The structure of an ecosystem can be split into two main categories, that is, biotic components and abiotic components. Biotic components refers to all life in an ecosystem. Based on nutrition, biotic components can be categorized into autotrophs, heterotrophs, and saprotrophs or decomposers. Producers include all autotrophs such as plants. Consumers or heterotrophs are organisms that depends on other organisms for food. Consumers are further classified into primary consumers, secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers. Primary consumers are always herbivores, that they rely on producers for food. Secondary consumers depends on primary consumers for energy. They can either be a carnivores or an omnivore. Tertiary consumers an organism that depends on secondary consumers for food. Tertiary consumers are organisms that depends on secondary consumers for food. Tertiary consumers can also be an omnivore. Quaternary consumers are present in some food chains. These organisms prey on tertiary consumers for energy. Furthermore, they are usually at the top of a food chain as they have no natural predators. Decomposers include saprophytes such as fungi and bacteria. They directly thrive on the dead and decaying organic matter. Decomposers are essential for the ecosystem as they help in recycling nutrients to be reused by plants. Abiotic components are the non-living components of an ecosystem. It includes air, water, soil, minerals, sunlight, temperature, nutrients, wind, altitude, turbidity, etc. Abiotic or non-living component. It includes the amount of inorganic substances such as phosphorus, sulfur, carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen, etc. involved in material cycles. The amount of these organic substances present at any given time in an ecosystem is defined as the standing state or standing quality. Biotic or living components. This is indeed the trophic structure of any ecosystem where living organisms are distinguished on the basis of their nutritional relationships. From this trophic nutritional standpoint, an ecosystem has the following two components. One is autotrophic component and another one is heterotrophic components. Trophic components are the components in which the fixation of light energy, use of simple organic substances, and buildup of complex substances. The component is constituted mainly by green plants, including photosynthetic bacteria. To some lesser extent, chemosynthetic microorganisms also contribute to the buildup of organic matter. Members of the autotrophic components are known as producers. Heterotrophic components are the components in which the utilization, rearrangement, and decomposition of the complex material will take place. The organisms involved are known as consumers as they consume the matter built by the producers. The consumers are further classified into macro consumers and micro consumers. Macro consumers, which include herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. But in the case of micro consumers, these are popularly known as decomposers. They are saprotrophs and include chiefly bacteria, actinomycetes, and fungi. They break down complex compounds of dead or living protoplasm, absorb some of the decomposition, or break down products and release inorganic nutrients in environment, making them available again to autotrophs. The functions of the ecosystem are as follows. It regulates the essential ecological process, supports life system, and renders stability. It is also responsible for the recycling of nutrients between biotic and abiotic components. It maintains a balance among the various trophic levels in the ecosystem. It cycles the minerals through the biosphere. The biotic components help in the synthesis of organic compounds that involves the exchange of energy.
Have you all enjoyed this video? Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.